I'm not sure what to. Hello, everybody. I'm Cameron Manna, live from Muzzy Field for this super regional elimination game between Ellington and Tri-County. To my right, I have Aiden Blank for this broadcast tonight between these two teams.
Yeah, Cam, how you doing? It's certainly going to be a great night. We're a little quiet because they are announcing the starting lineups. Currently about to do a national anthem. So we are going to... We do have 2 interviews that we can play for you in a little bit. As,
Doing the lineups right now.
yeah, exactly.
Clear night tonight. Weather is looking good. Rain is holding up for this game. And start time is still 6:30. Lights are on. And here comes the Tri-County team on the first base line.
So they are going to line up, and before we start, we know that Steve Riley, who has been calling play-by-play with us for a little bit for this tournament, he is unable to join us for the rest of the tournament. His dad passed away. We do want to send our wishes to him and his family, and hope that he'll be able to rejoin us soon.
And here comes the Ellington team on the third base line for the national anthem.
I'm going to try and get you that national anthem.
And attendance is not too big on the first base side, but you do have the fans on the third base side supporting Ellington. Tri-County, 15. 15 for Tri-County. 16 for. It's probably in the back. 15? Yeah. I think. There 15, Jack Johnson.
So we'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, hopefully we can get a interview or 2 in before we get things going, Cam.
Yep, we'll be right back here at Muzzy Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, I direct your attention to the area to recite baseball sportsmanship, introducing from the Department of Connecticut National Executive Committee man, Mr. Joe Jackson. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper.
All right, and with that, we are just about set for baseball on a gorgeous night. Cam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Excited to watch a good game of baseball. It's going to be a good one. Anxiety is up. Atmosphere is going to be high with this elimination game.
Ellington will be the home team as they continue to play through. They will be the home team for this game, but they will not be the home team should they win this game and play in the final against RCP. So we'll set the lineup for you for them. And, we'll set it for Tri-County first. You want to go ahead with that one, Cam?
Yes, I will. So for Tri-County, starting in center field will be the leadoff hitter, Wyatt Savonin. Batting second, number 25, the left fielder, Dylan Warrook. Batting third, number 14, Brendan Wood. In the cleanup spot, number 24, Caden Warrook, his brother. And then in the fifth spot, you have Ryan Scaff. Batting sixth, number 15, Jack Johnson. And then in the seventh spot, number 22, Taryn Lempignelli. Batting eighth at shortstop, Jack Turco. And in the second leadoff spot, batting ninth, number 11, Brendan McCone. So for this game, Ellington 16-5, and they are the 1 seed coming into this tournament, but being 1-1 right now and now being put into an elimination game, they have played very well so far, but the fielding percentage and their infield and the outfield has been a problem. Errors has been their key issue. 9-1 at home when they do play at home, and that really their only loss was just a few days ago. And they are 125 runs forced. That is the most in the zone. So offense is going to be key for this team, as tonight they do have Kevin Smith on the mound, who Coach Heath does trust, as we talked to him in the pregame interview, and we will get you that in a sec. But 125 runs forced, and throughout this tournament so far, as Eden has told me before, the run producing has not been shown in a big way.
And that is mainly in part because you've got a team, the teams throwing their best pitchers. The 4 games that we've seen, this is game 5 of the tournament, the 4 games that we've seen have been outstanding pitching. No one scored more than 3 runs. So it is certainly going to be very interesting to watch these pitching. This is where you're going to see the runs mainly scored. So as we say that, we'll get you the lineup for Ellington. Leading off is number 19, Chase Kidd. He'll play center. Batting second, the left fielder, Dakota Aldridge. The third batter will be the second baseman, Stepan Lesko. Batting in the cleanup hole, the shortstop, Brady Coleman. Batting in the 5 hole, it is the DH, Sam Corvo. Both these teams going with DHs tonight. The catcher, Aaron Young, bats 6th. Third baseman, Logan Terry, in the 7 hole. The 8 hole is the first baseman, Ryan Decker. And right fielder, Adam Muzzy, will bat 9th.
So Kevin Smith taking his warm-ups on the mound for Ellington. And like I said before, Aiden, the rain did hold up for this game.
You want to get us the starting pitchers for both squads?
Yeah, Kevin Smith for Ellington, and we talked to Coach Heath before the game, and he really trusts Kevin Smith, has a good fastball, trusts his changeup. And then for Tri-County, who you will see on the fielding side in the bottom of the first inning, they will have Logan Holcomb, who both pitchers tonight will not be batting, as both teams will have a DH.
Something we haven't seen. We've only seen a couple of teams in this couple of games have DHs in this tournament.
And for Tri-County, 13-8 and 81 runs forced for this team. So a big gap between these two offenses, but like we were talking about before, the offenses throughout this stretch so far have not been shown as much. And as we talked to Coach Len before, both teams, even Coach Heath, saying the atmosphere for the teams, it has been loose, and both squads have been ready to go. So we're ready to play ball here. at Muzzy Field as Wyatt Savone steps into the box. He will be playing shortstop tonight for Tri-County.
Gorgeous night at Muzzy Field. The clouds looking a little ominous, but we're ready to go.
And a strike to start off in this one. Savone had a great 16-17 varsity season, batted .366 from the right-handed batter's box. And just like that, we're in an 0-2 count with that outside corner fastball. He'll be attending LaSalle College. He will be going to his sophomore year. The payoff is grounded foul towards the Ellington dugout. Shortstop for Ellington playing almost on the outfield glass. The 0-2 is fouled out towards the first base side. So we'll do it again.
Battling in this first at bat, always a good sign.
Wyatt Savone so far in this tournament batting .667 as Kevin Smith steps off. The pitch is swung on and missed. The heater upstairs. And just like that, Ellington has one out. Now stepping up to bat is Dylan Warruck. And Dylan tonight will be playing left field as he steps into the lefty's batter's box.
We are experiencing some issues with the...
As it's flown out to shallow center field. Kid will be there, and he will make the catch.
We are experiencing some issues with the scoreboard. We're going to try and get it to go as we move on.
So 2 outs so far for Tri-County as Brendan Wood steps into the box. Brendan tonight will be playing center field. And the first pitch is just off. Yeah, strike off the outside corner. Again, shortstop and second baseman playing close to the outfield grass as fastball called strike upstairs. So far, Tri-County not being aggressive early in the count. And here's the payoff from Kevin Smith as it's fouled back towards the first base side. So Brendan Wood attends 3 Rivers Community College as there's a ball outside. The pitch is ball, and Brendan Wood will head to first base for the first base runner of the inning, of the game, I should say. So now here's Peyton Warruck. Peyton tonight will be playing right field for Tri-County as he steps into the lefty's batter's box, as Brendan Wood is taking a 2-step lead off first base. And the pitch is grounded foul. Brendan Wood so far in this tournament batting .333 as strike on the outside corner. Tri-County really not liking the outside corner so far as Kevin Smith is doing the damage over there. The payoff. Check swing. Did he go? And no, he didn't, says the base ump. So 1-2 count, 2 outs. Wood, small lead off first base. And here's the 1-2 from Smith as it's grounded up the middle. But there is Wyatt Savone to make the out to end the inning.
So again, more defensive
Sorry, Brady
ball.
Coleman.
Again, more defensive ball. 1-2-3 inning.
Yes, it is. And a quick one. So, the pitching, as we talked about, has been a problem throughout this tournament, but Kevin Smith gets out of it quickly, and an efficient inning for Kevin Smith, I should say.
We're going to take a short break. We're back in a moment here on SportingNewsCT.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
And we're back here at Muzzy Field for Sports News CT. Thank you for everyone for tuning in as we head to the bottom of the first inning as Ellington will get their first at-bats and Chase Kidd will lead it off.
Defensively for Tri-County in the infield, third to first, it's Ryan Scaff, Wyatt Savonin, Brendan McMahon, Jack Johnson. On the mound, left to right in the outfield, Dylan Warwalk, Brendan Wood, and Caden Warwalk. So the Warwalk brothers manning the corners of the outfield, and on the mound is Logan Holcomb. He throws the first pitch strike, and Jack Turco is the one catching the balls and strikes this evening.
Chase Kidd in the box, and like Aiden said, Logan Holcomb on the mound. As the 0-1 is swung on to left field, but Dylan Warrock is under it to make the catch, and that'll be the first out of the inning as there was a broken bat on the play.
Yeah, again, a very, very quick
Quick inning.
Yeah,
Quick
very
out. First out.
Yeah. These have been some very quick innings that we've seen. We've seen very quick innings. We've seen an inning or two that have lasted a little longer than they should. So we've seen a little bit of everything in this regional tournament.
And Dakota Aldrich steps into the box. And the first pitch is grounded towards shortstop, but the third baseman gets it, and he makes the play, and that was Ryan Scaff. A great play, almost got through the hole, but Ryan Scaff makes an athletic play, throwing it on the run.
And what a snag. Scaff kind of stole the thunder from Wyatt Savonin. We all were kind of ready for Savonin to get that, and I kind of thought that if Savonin had got that, it would have been a little bit of a late throw, but he comes in just in time in a gorgeous throw to first base.
And here's Steven Lesko in the box. Lesko in the righty's batter's box, and so far, quick inning. As the first pitch is low. Lesko, 357 was his career high in high school. So a good hitter for average. Hits the ball well. As the ball outside. 60 hits. And he batted actually .411 in his 16-17 baseball season. So hits the ball well, especially for average. And the 2-0 is grounded to shortstop, and it gets past the glove of Wyatt Savone. Gets right under his glove, but a great effort trying to make a diving grab.
That was a great effort by Savonin, and kudos to Stefan Lesko. He's the first batter on. First hit of the game, always a big one. And again, Ellington, he said no nerves.
Yeah,
coming into this game.
So now we do have another 2-out base runner as Brady Coleman steps in. As ball upstairs. No wind right now as we're in the bottom of the first inning.
I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a night like we saw on Saturday.
called strike on the inside corner. Coleman did not like that call.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of like a night we saw on Saturday, where it's going to be difficult to detect what's coming.
Up and outside from Holcomb. So a 2-1 count to Coleman. 2 outs. Runner on first. Logan sets. Deals. And it's flown out to the right field gap, and that's getting into the gap. He will head to second base, and coming around third.
There goes Stefan Lesko. Watch him
Lesko
fly.
will score all the way. He'll stand up and scoring, and that will be the first run of the game, an RBI double from Brady Coleman. So Brady Coleman smacked that to the gap, and Lesko comes all the way home. Doesn't even need to slide.
We've told you all tournament long, Ellington not a team you want to sleep on, and it's pretty clear Tri-County was passed out coming into this game, and Ellington is going to make them pay the price.
So Sam Corvaro steps into the box, and it's up inside at his head. And Aiden, you did say it. Grips the bat pretty tight. No batting gloves.
Corvo, we fooled around a little bit in the beginning of the game when we went to go do the manager's show, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm as relaxed as you can be."
And making the catch is Brennan McComb to end the inning. So 1
swung
run
the
for
bat.
Ellington, 2 hits, and we'll head to the top of the second as Tri-County will be up to bat.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
And we're back here on SportingNewsCT.com. And as you're tuning in, top of the second inning and Tri-County up to bat. And that will be Ryan Scaff to lead it off. And if you missed it last inning, Ellington got on the board with an RBI double into the gap with Stefan Lesko scoring. So the offense is coming alive early for Ellington. So a 2-0 count on Scaff. As another pitch upstairs, so it'll be 3-0. Probably we'll get the take sign here. And the pitch low, so Tri-County will get a base runner early in this one. And you're going to need that momentum early in the innings as
definitely.
Ryan Smith has been efficient early.
Yeah. You want to get as many base runners as you can, and it's a big opportunity this early here.
Jack Johnson steps in. 2-step lead over there at first, and a bunt shown, rolling down the third base line, but it will go foul.
Yeah, that was a poorly executed bunt. It kind of looked like he was a little panicky, and you can tell when somebody goes up to bunt at the plate, you can tell when they're ready for it and when it's kind of just a spur-of-the-moment thing. You could tell that he was getting the signal from third base a little late, and he was definitely really more concerned about making sure the bat touched the ball rather than where it was going, and that is the exact opposite philosophy here.
And the pitch upstairs, Logan Terry at third base just after that pitch was playing way in, halfway down the third base line, but he will move back a few feet and inch back in as they do not want to have a sacrifice bunt to get Scaff into scoring position.
Well, now you give him a very vulnerable. He's in a very vulnerable position now. I mean, you go right over. You go right over his head. You get a nice anything that remotely resembles a good hit goes right over his head.
So a 1-2 count on Johnson. As the pitch is swung on and into center field, coming in to get it is Kidd, and he makes a diving catch. He made the catch.
He dropped the ball.
No, he made the catch.
Oh, okay.
He made the catch. Chase Kidd makes an unbelievable catch, lays out, and I guess over there, Ryan Scaff also thought he dropped it as we did here in the booth, and they double him up. So just like that, 2 outs and no base runners for Tri-County.
Yeah, so what happened was they thought he caught it, and it looked like
late signal.
It was a very late signal, and it did not look like a catch, and then he caught it and came over, and they threw him out.
So Tanner Lampignelli steps in. The 0-1 is foul towards the Ellington dugout.
0-2, he digs himself into a hole, and it just goes to show you, Cam, in this tournament and in these American Legion games, these high stakes games, you can go from having it all to having nothing.
As Lampignelli stabs one over to the second base side. Oh!
Did he hang on to it is the question, and he did.
Steven Lesko makes the catch and tumbling over with Adam Musi, but they make the catch over there, and that will end the inning. So no hits for Tri-County and 1 base runner as we go to the bottom of the second here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Welcome back to SportingNewsCT.com. Ada Blink and Cam Mana as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning, Cam.
And Aaron Young will lead us off. And he is behind the plate for this one. Last inning, if you missed it, Chase Kidd, Heath Kidd, the manager, his son made an unbelievable catch, just getting over that. So Ellington trying to have another good inning, as last inning they started the run parade with an RBI double. And Aaron Young steps in.
Young has been the catcher in every game here. 2018 Somers High School grad attending Holyoke Community College in the fall where he will play baseball. He's a starting catcher and has caught almost every game for this Ellington squad.
And the 0-1 is a rocket to third base. But there will be Ryan Scaff, and he will make the play. And one thing about Aaron Young that it's been talked about, when I was doing some talks with the managers, his pop time is really good. So pop time throwing the guys out at second base, that's what a lot of people have seen that is a very good perk from Aaron Young behind the plate.
A pop time, I believe, is the time it takes you, it starts when you catch the ball, and then when you release it, I believe is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe when you release it is when it ends.
Yeah,
so it's
it
the
is.
time from when you catch it
Pop
to when
up.
you release it.
Yep.
Obviously, the lower your pop time, the better.
So
The sooner
Logan
your
Terry,
pop time.
first strike, did not like that call. That did seem inside. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Terry, a 2018 Ellington High School grad, attends Western Connecticut
Swung on
State
this.
University. 1-2.
He actually volunteered for his high school's football team.
Oh.
He did
all
some
right.
volunteer work there.
As a player? Or?
No, just a coach.
Okay. Great football minds in that family.
Yep.
2-2. And he is a rising sophomore and plays infield. He'll be a sophomore in the fall, playing infield for Western Connecticut State. He's a starting infielder.
Swung on a miss. So that is now 2 outs. And coming up to bat for Ellington is Ryan Decker. Graduated from Somers High School this year.
He is a 2018 Somers High School grad, as you said. He'll attend Manchester Community this fall. Starting first baseman.
The 1-0 to Decker is ball up and in.
Ellington got off to a hot start in the first, popping off a run and possibly a second.
2-0 in the dirt. And moved to 3-0 for Decker. And, 5'9" first baseman. Do not see that too often, but is a bigger target for his size.
You got to wonder how he got to that position, though.
Yeah. As 3-0 is right down Main Street.
And as our good friend Don Boyle would say, that really should be automatic at 3-0. The strike one should be
it should
be a guarantee, unless, of course, the intentional walk, in which case you could throw a ball for.
And the 3-1 is low and outside, so Decker will head down to first base for yet again another 2-out base runner.
Yeah, both teams have certainly taken to the 2-out rally.
They have.
Here comes Adam Muzzy.
In the lefty's batter's box, he shows a lot of speed. Home to first, 4.31. And the third baseman is playing in as the bunt could be shown. Graduated this year from Rockville High School in Vernon, Connecticut.
He is a Rockville High School grad, attending Western Connecticut in the fall. He'll be an outfielder. He is a starting right fielder today.
Two count is called strike. 2-1.
UC, contrary to what you might think, is not named after this field.
As it's a laser into the gap. And Decker will round, and he will go to third base, and he will run in safely, but the throwback to first is not in time. So a great cutoff over there at shortstop from Brady Coleman to try to get Muzzy over there at first base, but now it will be first and third for Ellington with 2 outs.
Runners on the corners. This is a big spot, and this is where you will see the RCP manager, Len Lampignoli. He's on his way out. He's also the general manager for that team. He's on his way out, and he's going to try and calm down his infield. You see the entire Tri-County infield of Turco, Holcomb, Scaff, Savonin, McMahon, and Johnson all coming in to just take a breather. You need this. There's 2 outs. This is not the end of the world, most certainly. Second inning only. And there are 2 outs, so all you need to get is 1 out, and he's kind of reminding his guys, hey, this is baseball. We're having some fun. Don't let the emotion overwhelm you here.
So top of the order, bringing up Chase Kidd, who made the beautiful diving catch in center field last inning, as Muzi heads down to second, but a snap throw to third, and they will not get Decker over there. So now it will be 2 runners in scoring position for the leadoff center fielder.
You know what? That was as good a throw as I've ever seen. If any throw was going to get him, it would have been that one, but just missed him. Just wasn't meant to be.
Talking about pop time. Good pop time throw right there.
That was amazing pop time. I don't know how much I'd love to know. I don't know if our statistician over here knows the pop time, but would love to know that. Chase Kidd is a he graduated last year from Ellington High School, attends Keene State College in Keene, New Hampshire, a big baseball town up there, where he is a rising sophomore, plays outfield for them. He's their center fielder. So,
and in high school, he actually was a 2-sport athlete, also played 4 years of basketball.
Wow. You don't see a lot of that. For whatever reason, you don't see a lot of baseball and basketball. I can see baseball and football, but you don't see a lot of...
Fouled back towards the press box.
A lot of basketball players end up in the spring playing lacrosse sometimes because they're good with their feet and they're good. They're very speedy kids, so they'll do track, they'll do... But baseball, not one of the ones you would think of. They'll do lacrosse and they do soccer, yeah. And of course there's exceptions, but a lot of them play soccer too.
As it's fouled back once again, hitting the net, coming towards the press box. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Second and third, you have Muzi over there at second, and on third you have Decker. And Holcomb trying to get out of this jam right here, trying to keep the run damage only at 1.
This game is technically the semifinal.
And swung on and missed. Some nice off speed to get Chase Kidd on his front foot. So 1 hit. Runners on second and third, 2 runners stranded as we will head to the top of the third here at Muzzy Field.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Back here at Muzzy Field on Sporting News CT, and leading off the inning is Jack Turco for Tri-County.
We don't have too much in the ways of bios for Tri-County.
As it's a fly ball into shallow center field. Kid coming on, and he will drop the ball.
Yeah, that was a tough play.
Miscommunication between
Brendan. Yeah, that was Brendan and Dylan.
It looked like, Brady actually had the ball going back on it, but, you know, that really is the outfielder's ball. No one really called it there. And luckily, on that one, Turco did not get second base.
it was Wood and Dylan Warwalk that were having the discrepancy, and they just couldn't figure it out. He almost got it, though.
As ground ball to Smith, and he will throw it on to first. So a nice sacrifice play.
That's what you need.
So now stepping into the box is Wyatt Savone. And the pitcher's upstairs. Savone in his 16-17 varsity baseball season, which was his last, batted .366. And the pitch is hard line drive, but foul towards the first base side.
We'll see if they try to do anything with nobody out, that tying run on second base. Maybe they try and run with him.
So Turco on second. And it's foul ball towards Muzzy Street outside first base line.
Yeah, that's going on to one of the houses. We've seen a lot of those this year.
So 1 out, 1-2 count on Savonin. And it's another ground ball towards the Ellington dugout.
Well, it's always a good sign when he can get 2, 3, 4 fouls in a row. As a pitcher, you know that you're doing something right, so that he's just not able to catch up. Holcomb is really keeping him guessing.
And both teams so far but using the
Smith
trying to use the sacrifice bunt to their advantage. As Savonin check swings, and the home plate umpire will say he offered, so he will strike out, but 2 outs in the inning, bringing up Dylan Warwick. So Turco still stranded over there at second base as he started the inning, getting on off a error.
Dylan, half of the Warwalk brothers, him and Caden, left and right field today.
Warwick 6'1" in that lefty's batter's box.
It's pretty tall for somebody playing to the outfield. Sort of an Aaron Judge of this team.
Yeah. 2-0 count. Coleman pinching towards second base. Upstairs. So 3-0 count. If the runner does get on here, you do wonder, do you come out, calm Smith down as the inning is dragging on,
Well, see, I would advocate for that, as that's going to put him on base. I would advocate for that, except the only thing is, if you come out, you can only come out one more time.
Oh, really?
You only get a certain amount of mound visits. So if you come out once, then you cannot come. The next time you come out, he's gone.
Well, in that case,
So you may want to use it a little more conservatively, especially considering it's not the end of the world. It's still very early in this ball game. Although the only reason we say that is because we've seen so many of these games where one inning kind of makes the difference. It
does.
Almost every game has kind of been like that. It's been 1 or 2 innings that have been the run-scoring innings and made the difference. So
Young will
silly us thinking that this game may need all 7 innings.
Young will walk up to the mound.
Yeah, see, now what you can do is you can call your catcher over and try and make the catcher the middleman here. You tell the catcher something.
It does. And the pitch outside. So another 3-0 count.
Yeah, this is not a good sign. I said don't come out, but in a situation like this where the bases could become loaded here, this is not a good spot.
And called strikes. So Brendan Wood is in a 3-1 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Yeah, again, this may be a spot. If he walks him, this may be
up and in.
You need to come out and calm him down. This is, as much as you want to save those mound visits, this is where he needs your helping. It looks like
we talking about,
that's what's going to happen.
And Coach Heath Kidd will head out to the mound. as they are using our advice. Maybe they're listening.
Yeah,
over at
I
the
mean,
press
I
box.
think that I don't think they have a. Well, they might be. Some of them might be watching. I know one of the bench players said they were watching yesterday. They had a phone down in the dugout. They got Wi-Fi here, and they were watching.
Don't want to allow a run here. You know, one run doesn't do a ton of damage, but with bases loaded, 2 outs, the gapper could definitely score 2, maybe 3, depending on the legs.
Correct. Yes.
Over there
yes.
at first base.
This is a very big spot for Tri-County. You're not going to get many more of these.
So the other,
yeah, you know, if this continues, then Heathkit is going to come out and he's gonna get him out of there, and he's gonna get somebody in that will be able to pitch a little more steadily. So this is not gonna last. You need to make the most out of it before they take him out.
And Warruck, the other Warruck, is in the box as he grounds one up the middle, but no damage.
Oh,
Coleman
my goodness.
will get the force out at second base. So Kevin Smith and Ellington get out of the jam, so no damage there. And we will head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Muzzy Field. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Muzzy Field.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Back at Muzzy Field for Sporting News CT. And last inning, I said it was the bottom of the 4th. It is the bottom of the 3rd inning here in this Super Regional elimination matchup. If you're just tuning in, Tri-County and Ellington. Ellington on top, 1-0. So Dakota Aldrich will start it off this inning for Ellington, and Logan Holcomb still on the mound doing the job.
You know what? No reason to take him out.
Oh, no, there isn't.
Especially considering that when you put a pitcher in, you're basically saying, I want him for today, and you won't be able to use him likely unless he pitches under 30 for a while.
Good game so far, even though Tri-County has no hits. Doesn't seem like that in this 1-0 ball game, as it's a ground ball to shortstop. Making the play is Savone, and he will get the out at first base.
Yeah, that was an excellent play, and like you said, the score is not reflective of the hits that have been had. 3 for Ellington, none for Tri-County, despite loading the bases last today.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
It was on an error. One was on an error and 2 were on walks.
And you see how big one error can make in a game like this.
This game, I hope that it does not come down to that, because for the players' sake, I hope it does not come down to one play and one error. But I think that may be where we're headed. This could be, I still think it's going to be an offensive affair. There's been many goose eggs thrown up, but you see,
a bullet from
they're hitting the ball.
A bullet from Lesko, and once again, Savonin will make the play for 2 outs in the inning.
Savonen's kind of taking over the hot corner there.
He is.
That left side of the infield has been really getting those ground balls.
And 2 really hard hit balls, especially right there from Lesko. And Brady Coleman will step in. And not sure if the error was charged on Coleman last inning or if it was charged on Kidd, as an off-speed pitch from Holcomb upstairs.
I think you got to call it on, you got to call it on Kidd, because
it was his ball. Called strike. Brady is a rising senior at Somers High School.
Sure.
And fouled back. Now we'll head right over there to Muzzy Street.
Muzzy Street, always a hot corner. You put people. You can put people over there, pay them to go over there and retrieve foul balls.
If Zach Campbell wants to come over here and grab some balls. Brady is a rising senior at Somers High School. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner.
There you go. What a pitch.
Brady goes down. Great pitch by Holcomb. And once again, another quiet inning. Some good pitching going on. So we'll head to the top of the fourth inning here on Sporting News CT at Muzzy Field.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Back at Muzzy Field, I'm Karen Manna with Aiden Blank. And 1-0 ball game. Ellington up top. Tri-County heading up to bat.
Again, we didn't really get into the what this game means, Cam, at all in the because we had a very limited pregame show. But this is essentially a second semifinal.
It is.
The winner of this game will play RCP tomorrow for the final. If RCP wins tomorrow, that's it. We're done. But if the winner of this game beats RCP tomorrow, we play one more time on Wednesday. The original time was 6:30, but we are going to have to redo that because the Bristol Blues have another game here tonight.
Oh, okay.
Or that night. So
Ryan Scaff in the batter's box. Not pitching tonight, but can pitch. Maxes out at 77 on his fastball. Ball low, 2-1 count. Beautiful night for baseball. Wind holding up. Great night to be at the ballpark.
Although what might be interesting is if you move this game and just took it away from Bristol, you put it up at Seppa Field in Meriden if they have to play the if game, and then should both of these super regionals go to an if game, you have a doubleheader that night, and then Seppa Field gets to host the state championships.
So Scaff heads to first base, and no outs, and Tri-County has a runner, and this could be a big runner. We're already in the fourth inning, and no big run deficit. This is an even game, 1-0, the only run coming in the first inning from Ellington. But right now, Tri-County still hitless as
Yeah, they got 4 base runners.
Jack Johnson heads in the box, and there'll be a sack bunt to Ryan Smith, and he will throw it on to first. And Decker will hold the bag to get the first out of the inning. And I feel like sometimes people forget about these sack bunts and what they do. You know, a sack bunt could just be a sack bunt. You're getting out, but you're really moving that runner into scoring position, and that really matters right now in the fourth inning of this game.
You know what? Especially when you're trying to score. This game's moving along a lot faster than we see some of the other games that have dragged. But you know what? This game, the sack bunt has been utilized so much, and I'm a big bunting guy. I couldn't hit much in Little League, so I bunted a whole bunch. And the bunt is, a lot of times, if you are a good bunter and you can like really skill yourself, you don't even have to be fast. If you just are able to place it, know where to place it, and when to put it where, you can get on base more than a guy that goes up there looking to hit a home run.
And guys can do both. You know, we saw back in the day as a dribbler to the third base side from Lampignelli. Mantle could do both. He hit, absolute bombs at Yankee Stadium, and he had one of the best drag bunts of all time.
And what that does is it brings in the element of surprise. You can't bring the infield in because then he's just going to hit it over your head and out of the park. But you can't play back because then he's going to drop one right on you. So when you're playing first or third base, a guy that can hit a home run and then come bunt the next time, he's a nightmare to play against.
And that's, what a coach can love. You don't see that too often with guys that can do both, but when you do, it's special. As Lampignelli hits a dribbler to Ryan Smith, and Scaff's going to get into a
Let's see what he can do here. I want to see this.
And he'll get
tagged
out.
He's there. Oh, wow.
Just gets tagged
You know
out.
what? I'm not sure how well you could see that, but
it was close. It was close.
I think he dodged it.
He might have just got around it, but, Scaff kind of looked like a deer in the headlights, really just stood there, had to make a decision, and even on that, Smith did a great job cutting off even Scaff having a chance to go to third base and had to go back to the second base bag.
In American Legion, that's where you separate. I'm not going to say the weak from the strong, but I'm going to say the college kids from the high school kids.
Yeah, exactly.
A college kid that has played 4 years of that has played through a bunch of pressurized situations and plays through high school and is in his second, third year of college is not going to make that mistake. But a high school player that is 2 years into his high school career may make that mistake.
As Turco lines one, and that's a base hit to right field. Lampignelli will hold up at second base, and Turco gets a 2-out single.
First and second, this is a big chance. If they can capitalize here, this could put them right back in the game. Not that they're out right now. This is
not. 1-0.
A 1-0 game is always comebackable. Even if you haven't gotten a hit all game, there's one swing. But at this point, one swing could blow this game, could change the course of this game.
So Turco ends the no-hit bid for Smith, as that is a chopper to second base, and Lesko will get the easy out, the forced out at second base, and that will end the inning. So Tri-County gets their first hit, but still no runs, and we will head to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Muzzy Field.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Cameron Manna and Aiden Blank back here at Muzzy Field in this elimination game super regional matchup, Ellington and Tri-County.
Yes, Cam, this is a huge matchup for both sides, and, well, this is certainly going to come right down to the wire. I think, again, as I said earlier, as much as I hate it from the kids' point of view, for it to come down to one pitch, and one big play, that's how this one's going to end.
So our boy Sam Corview is up to bat. Start calling this guy the lumberjack with the batting gloves up there.
It looks like he might be able to lumberjack one out of here.
2-0 count.
Now let's watch his stance. He told me he was going to be a lot more relaxed this game. Let's see. Okay, I can see. His shoulders definitely look relaxed. It's his elbow going back.
Yeah,
it's the elbow. It's the elbow cock that really that really just makes it seem like he's up there like clenching his teeth.
He's loading already before the pitch comes, which takes the timing away of the swing. And the 3-0, Corvio just stood in there, not even ready to swing as he got the take sign.
So that is the third time tonight that a 3-0 pitch has been thrown for a strike.
The 3-1 is a dribbler to third base. Scaff will get it on the run. He will throw Corvio out at first base, and Corvio doesn't have the wheels to get down the line to make that interesting, as that will get the first out of the inning.
That was a excellent play defensively. The defenses, you got to give them. Other than one or two errors, they've done an excellent job going punch for punch. We've seen that so many times in this tournament. It's unbelievable.
And my coach always tells me it's not, the errors. It's the routine plays that you don't want to make errors on. Over there with Kidd and Brady, that was a tougher play, but still needs to be made. As Young flies one out to shallow right field, coming on and making the catch not making the catch. Warrock drops it, and Young will get to second base as the ball almost rolls into left field. So Warrock came on the run and dropped it into foul territory, but Young will get over to second base. So we were just talking about errors. A routine play there dropped by Peyton Warrock.
Two things to say here. So first of all, he hit that into one of the most dangerous spots in this ballpark to hit it into. That little area, there's like a triangle out there where when you hit it there, you've got Johnson, the first baseman, McMahon, the second baseman, and Warwick, the right fielder, all converging, and they all have to communicate. That is where you want to hit it. When you go up to the plate, you're either trying to hit a home run or you're trying to hit it in that spot or the same spot on the left field, because three people trying to communicate in about, how much would you say, about 2-3 seconds, it's a very tough play to make, and not a lot of teams can do it.
And, that one was one of the more easier ones. Warrock, once the ball started to drift, it was more in his vicinity. And it's a liner up the middle.
There you go.
From Logan Terry. And staying over there at third base is Aaron Young.
That was a very smart decision, knowing that a very baseball savvy move from Heath Kidd.
You have to freeze on those line drives.
Yes, it was a very that end holding up the runner going home.
It was, yeah.
That was a very baseball savvy move, knowing that there was a very situational awareness was outstanding there. He knows that there's one out, and you don't need to try and take risks this early in this ball game. It's about the middle of the ball game. You're gonna get 3 more at bats after this. You still have one out, and it's not a risk you want to take.
So Decker's up, and this is a spot for Decker and this Ellington team already up 1-0, and a base hit here can move that lead more in their favor, a more comfortable lead for this Ellington team. So Decker can do that job right here with 1 out.
Pitch. Oh,
swung on a miss.
That was one of the nastiest curveballs, 12-6 curveballs you're ever going to see.
The off-speed got him out on the front foot, and not a lot of off-speed been thrown this game by both pitchers, but in a spot right there, 0-1 count. So an 0-2 count to Decker. And it swung on and miss. So Decker goes down, and that puts it at 2 outs, and here comes Coach Lampignelli out to the mound to talk to Logan Holcomb.
That is wait a minute. This is his second mound visit, if I recall.
So 53
this
pitches
is number
right now
2.
for Logan Holcomb. And, this is a big spot. I kind of like this mound visit right here. You have first and third 2 outs. You got to get this out here to keep this lead that Ellington already has. You don't want to have this game drift away from you in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Lampignelli will walk off the mound. And Holcomb will have to do the job here as Muzzy will step into the box.
Yeah, like you said, you don't want to get behind here, too behind, but you're still in a fine spot. I mean, still, if you were to come up in here and hit a bases clearing triple, which is very unlikely, you're still only down 3-0. 3 runs, you could come back from that. Now, I'm not sure about
and
the
it's
way
a
this.
line
Oh,
drive
there you go.
down the left field line, and Muzzy does the job. And that will be an RBI single. The third baseman coming in, and I don't even know why he was trying to stop a bunt there with 2 outs, but he does the job, going the other way with a line drive, and now it is 2-0 Ellington.
Did exactly what he needed to do in that situation. He saw that the third baseman Scaff was creeping up on him, waiting for the bunt, and he blasted right over his head. That was a gorgeous piece of hitting, and he should be extremely proud of himself over on first base.
Now Kidd up to bat, and it's a pass ball ricocheting, so both runners will move up. So now we have second and third, and back again to that beautiful hit by Muzzy. I don't really like the call by Coach Lampignelli, or if it was even the third baseman's judgment to move in that much with 2 outs.
Nah, you know what? That was not a smart move.
Was not.
If he was to bunt, the only thing that would have happened is they first of all, they're going to eat it. They're not going to throw to first base with the risk of the guy on third coming home. And second of all, he's not going to bunt with 2 outs.
Pass ball.
Did that hit him?
Inside and coming in to score.
Oh, my goodness.
And both runners will score. Oh, no, they got him. So Muzzy tries to turn it into 2 runs, and Kidd trying to talk to the umpire at the plate about the call. But Logan Terry came around in the pass ball to score, and Muzzy tried to come home and do some more damage, but that will end the inning. So 2-0 Ellington, and here comes Tri-County up to bat in the top of the 5th.
Now that looked exactly, I thought it actually hit him. I thought the reason it went where it went was because it ricocheted off his leg or some part of his body, but that was a very odd kind of play. That looked very suspicious to me. That did not look like a pass ball.
And an aggressive play by Muzzy and even Terry. So, getting a run there, 2-0, that third run would have put some more damage.
You can wrap now.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Back here on Sporting News CT at Muzzy Field, Ellington on top 2-0 in this super regional elimination game as Wyatt Svonen steps into the box for Tri-County in the top of the 5th inning.
We'll see what Savonin can do. Him and the rest of that Tri-County team had a little bit of a tough inning last time.
It was. And they're really thankful for Muzzy not coming all the way around to score that third run, because 2 runs and 3 runs in a game, that is a big difference, especially with only a few innings of baseball to go.
And you know what? They have themselves to thank. I mean, the only ones they needed to thank were themselves. They made that play. That was great situational awareness and seeing the runner come home and being very adaptable to the situation.
And Savonin will get a 4-pitch walk, and he'll head down to first base. So now you do wonder, how much longer is Kevin Smith going to be on the mound for Ellington?
Yeah, when you're this late in the game, you've been in the game for this long, and you're issuing a leadoff walk, that's usually signs that it may be time to wrap it up. Not sure what his pitch count is. We'll have to get that to you pretty soon. But he does have, I believe, a 103 pitch limit. So he will be done I would assume this late in the game, he's pretty done throwing the amount of pitches that he's been throwing.
And a ground ball to the second base side, and making the play just to get the out at first is Lesko. So did not have the shot for the double play, but does move a runner into scoring position. So 1 out and a runner on second base, Wyatt Savonin.
And he's only given up, say what you will about the team, he's only given up 1 hit.
He has.
It's all been, but
it was that 1 inning.
Now, I'm not
with
sure
the
whether
walks.
that's good or bad. He's only given up 1 hit, yes, but that means that he's allowed almost every base runner walks. And that's the one thing. You would almost rather be giving up hits than walks, because walks means it's an issue with the pitcher.
Well,
hits means it's just an issue with he's putting it in the wrong places or the wrong speed, or something can be changed to fix it. Walks, you just can't fix.
Well, it could go either way. And, they also know as Brendan Wood flares one out to center field, and Kidd will make the catch, and no tag over there at second base from Wyatt Savonin. So about the hits, at the same exact time, you could say it either way, because him not allowing a lot of hits and his walks not turning into any runs, these guys on Tri-County are not even touching Kevin Smith right now. And,
I agree.
Both sides do have a valid argument. So this could be his last inning because, this is an elimination game. You have more games to go, but we'll see how Keith Kidd hands with it. And it's a line drive to right field. And Savonin will come around to score.
Oh my.
He'll come in and he will slide safely.
Oh,
but
they
heading
got
to
him.
second base is Warruck, and Warruck will get thrown out. But the run will score for Tri-County. So now it is a 2-1 ball game here at Muzzy Field, and we will be right back after this.
Now,
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Cameron Manna, Aiden Blank back in Muzzy Field for Sporting News CT. And last inning, Tri-County put a run on the board to make it 3-1. I did make the mistake with the score, 3-1 Ellington. Now in the bottom of the 5th inning with the top of the order for Ellington leading off. And that will be Chase Kidd.
We'll see what Kidd can do. Remember, he is the son of the coach, Heath Kidd. We were talking in the pregame, and thought he was saying Keith. Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
And it's a ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Holcomb, and coming in to make the play is Savonin.
Oh my goodness!
And Savonin makes the play. Oh, what a turn of events! Holcomb slows down the ball for Savonin, and Savonin makes a running throw to get Kidd out at first base.
So if yesterday's diving catch out in left field, and you're not going to know this because you weren't there, but if yesterday's diving catch out in left field was the play of the tournament, that was number 2. He comes in stumbling, a little disoriented. What an incredible throw. That is the definition of Tri-County baseball. That is why they are in this game and not at home right now.
And Holcomb slips. That ball slips, and it will be over the head of number 10. And something else I like about that play, he had to judge the ball because it hits off Holcomb's glove, so you have to, judge the movement of the ball. And some great arm strength over there at shortstop from Savonin.
Well, I think judging the ball was kind of what threw him off. He didn't
did,
know
yeah.
where it was going to land. The infield has been a little unpredictable at times, and finally he judges it, and what an incredible play. That was unbelievable.
And to make that play, to stop the top of the order for this Ellington team, as it will be a great grab over
No
there from
way.
Scaff,
No.
and no. But Scaff stops the ball from going down the third base line that could have been stretched into a double, and he keeps it in the infield. And what a play would have that been if, Scaff made, some kind of impossible throw, but that will get a runner on. Dakota Aldrich will be on first for Ellington.
You know what? I think that he didn't have. That play was almost impossible to make.
No, it was. It was impossible.
He didn't have the time to set his feet and throw.
And running.
No.
And he will be safe. So a stolen base for Dakota Aldrich, and unexpected. That's the first stolen base. Second stolen base of the game. Second for Ellington. So Dakota Aldrich is now in scoring position with 1 out. And this Ellington team really trying to put the game more out of reach for Tri-County right now. As that ball will hit Lesko, and it'll be sent down to first base. Probably got him on the wrist, upper area by his hands. So Holcomb threw a few questionable pitches so far this inning. Nothing obviously intentional, but definitely losing control as his pitch count is moving up there in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, this is where we may start to see some more offense because they're going to put in new pitchers, and at this point, their pitching is so unmanned. You're going to see guys that pitched maybe once or twice in the season come in and start to pitch.
That's why a team with good depth in your pitching staff is very important, as Brady Coleman will step into the box with first and second, 1 out, so a big spot for Ellington.
16 live viewers as we broadcast here on SportingNewsCT.com. Remember, we're going to have every game of this regional broadcast live. We'll have the final tomorrow and possibly the if game Wednesday. If it is played, of course, that would be the definition of an if game.
It would. So Coleman, 2-0 count. You have Terry over there at first and Lesko Terry over there at second and Lesko at first base. So that will be the first strike, 2-1 count. On deck for Ellington, you have Corvio.
The catcher for Tri-County, Jack Turco, cocked his hand there as if to throw to first base, but decided against it then. That one's on Muzzy Street. Oh, actually, that might have been in the picnic area. Yeah, if it's that far over, usually it ends up in the picnic area because the picnic area goes a little farther back, but if it's right around here, usually it clears the roof or rolls off the roof onto Muzzy Street. And we do have a perfect view in the booth right
Pitch to
behind
Coleman
us.
is
Oh, there you go.
To right field. Here comes Terry. Terry's coming to the plate. The throw is not in time, but a snap throw to third base, and Lesko is in a pickle.
More stupid base
Oh,
running. Oh, my goodness.
Lesko will run, and he will be...
No, they got him.
They got him on the foot.
Yeah, they got him.
Oh, Lesko was in. He had pretty much a wolf chasing after him, going to third base, and a diving play from, I think that was Brennan or Savonin, making a diving play just to get Lesko out, getting the heel of his foot.
They're going to argue now. Heath Kidd's coming out to argue.
Very, very close play, and you have to, the hand was in there, maybe you got the heel, but I think they did make the right call, but you almost saw Lesko, no one covering third base, and but a RBI nonetheless from Brady Coleman.
Now, I'm not sure what Dylan Warwick was doing out there because he should have been the next backup, but I don't think he thought it would ever get that far, and he was kind of running in. He was almost where he's playing right now. He was deep out in left field, and he just was not going to get there, and it was pretty clear. So good job by Scaff taking matters into his own hands and not just giving up on the play.
So Corvio up to bat. Coleman on second. And a 4-1 ball game for Ellington. So a run here if Coleman does come around and score 5-1 ball game. This game is getting more and more out of the hands of this Tri-County team.
They get this next. If they can get 2 more guys in, game over.
And ground ball to shortstops to Savonin, and he will make the play. A great scoop over
That's
there
it.
by Jack Johnson. Now we'll end the inning. So 1 run for this Ellington ball club, and we will head to the top of the 6th inning here at Muzzy Field on Sporting News CT.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas...
Welcome back to SportingNewsCT.com. Meet Blank Cameron Manna. Time for your out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by the American Legion. And we do have one other Legion game currently over at Seppa Field in Meriden. Cheshire leads Naugatuck 12-0 bottom third, so Cam, you can only assume that's going to be a mercy. And Cheshire will be playing in the final game tomorrow.
And that's helpful for that Cheshire team to have the confidence going into their next game and not
Sure,
having to use a ton of pitching in a 12-0 ball game.
Well, elsewhere, more professionally, Major League Baseball, a couple of afternoon games. Scout moves to 2-1. The Giants beat the Brewers 8-5. It was the Mariners 8 and the Angels 5. So that is another out. The Diamondbacks beat the Padres 5-4. The Cubs beat the Cardinals 5-2. Couple of games currently going on is only 2 actually. The Phillies play the lead 1-0 over the Red Sox. That's a big rivalry. Those are 2 of the top teams. And then you got the Marlins 2 and the Braves 0.
Top teams in the NL and AL East
yes.
right now.
The Yanks are off for a bit.
They'll be on tomorrow.
As are the
against
Mets.
Orioles.
It's a very down night in baseball. The Yanks and the Mets both off. The Yanks play the Orioles tomorrow. And who do the Mets play?
Yankees
They play
having some trouble.
Mets play the Nationals. They're in Washington. They're in D.C.
Yankees having some trouble playing against these bottom teams. They had a bit of trouble with the Royals in their last series, so see how they do against the worst team in baseball, the Baltimore Orioles.
Well, they were finally able to do it. Last time out, they were finally able to get the win. So,
Jack Johnson up to bat with 1 out. Smith still on the mound. Some off speed there. Did he go in? No, says the third base ump.
Our good friend, the mentor, Don Boyle, as Steve Riley would call him, is up in Meriden for that game at Seppa Field as Cheshire continues to rout Naugatuck. That game not even close, and it's always disappointing. You kind of always expect it this late in the tournament in this kind of game because you've got one team that has had to play 2 games already through the loser's bracket and one team that's had to play through the winner's bracket. So very different kind of pitching rosters left. And whoever wins this game and whoever wins and should Cheshire hang on, they're up 13-0 still. If Cheshire can win that game against Naugatuck, they're going to have absolutely no pitching for tomorrow, unless they maybe have one more pitcher.
To left field.
There you go.
Jack Johnson with a 1-out single. And nice job going the other way, but he'll run over to second base as Lesko cannot pick up the ball. A routine throw-in from the left fielder, Dakota Aldrich, and Lesko just being lazy, not aware. So that's a costly play. That will move Jack Johnson into scoring position with Tanner Lampignelli coming up to bat.
Yeah, I mean, just because you're up 4-1 does not mean, even though 4-1 might as well be 9-1 in the way that this tournament is played out, that does not exempt you from playing the best baseball you can. You still have 2 more innings to play.
Up and in on Lampignelli.
And the same goes on the other end, obviously, for Tri-County. They've heard it a million times. They've been down. They've been through the ringer, and this is their chance.
And up and in once again, and a snap throw from Young. Talking about that pop time.
Yeah, I was going to say, how about that pop time?
And a good throw just right there, being very aware of Jack Johnson over there at second base. And you wonder, is Kevin Smith, going to come out for the next inning? You know, I really don't think so. I don't think they have to, depending on how this inning goes.
If you can have a closer that can, well, now the trick here is the next time are you talking about Ellington?
No. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
and
for
a flare to right field. Under it is
Oh,
Muzi,
he almost tagged.
And he will throw it in to hold Jack Johnson at second.
Notice how he got by on the first one, and he was looking. He was looking to see if maybe they made a mistake and overthrew it, but no such luck this time. Now, what I was saying is if you bring in a pitcher for Ellington, the problem with that turn then becomes you have to keep him under 30 pitches, because if he throws more than 30, then you can't pitch him tomorrow. So maybe if they want to try and warm up tomorrow, they know they're going to move on in all likelihood. What would be nice is if they could win, if they could score a bunch of runs in this next inning, and they had it like 7-1, 8-1 coming into that last inning, and they knew all we need to do is get 3 outs and in as little pitches as possible, and maybe you throw in a guy that maybe you want to start, whoever you want to start tomorrow in that final game, you warm him up a little bit and get him into a game. And as soon as he hits the 30 mark, though, you can't take any chances. As soon as he hits 30, he's got to go out.
And Kevin Smith has exceeded Heath Kidd's expectations as we talked to him pregame, as Turco will swing at a ball in the dirt to make it a 1-2 count. And you really, Kevin Smith has done the job. He's not just helping, he's helping the team and himself, but he's helping the pitching staff and the depth for the next few games as he gets a strikeout there to end the inning. So Tri-County still down 4-1. Ellington coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning here on Sporting News CT.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back here at Muzzy Field for the Super Regional Elimination Game, bottom of the 6th inning, Ellington up to bat with Aaron Young stepping to the box. And 4-1 ball game as, like I said, Ellington is on top. So Tri-County will, next inning, try to do some damage to keep this game alive. And Holcomb still on the mound for this Tri-County team.
Young has had the tough duty of catching every single game for this Tri-County team on their path to the Super Regional.
As he swings and misses, foul ball into the catcher's glove.
He was way out in front of that. You could hear he was so far ahead of that. He was lucky he got on the bat.
So pitcher warming up in the bullpen down there in the Ellington bullpen as Young fouls one back out of Muzzy Field.
Yeah, it's going to the parking lot.
So a 1-2 count.
This is the first time that I've gotten to see the lights here on at Muzzy Field because
It's
all
nice.
the other afternoon games have been they've all been afternooners, 1 and 4. We've been out of here just as the sun began to go down, but it's gorgeous.
Nice night for baseball. Pretty good attendance here at Muzzy Field.
We'll be back 6:30 tomorrow. Hopefully for RCP the final game. Hopefully for Ellington the first of 2, or whoever wins this game. Again, whoever wins this game plays in the final tomorrow against RCP. They'd have to win. If they win tomorrow, they play Wednesday for one last game. If they lose to RCP tomorrow, it is all over. So a big day tomorrow. It could all be over, but it also could all set up a huge matchup Wednesday afternoon.
It could, yeah. So a 3-2 count to the catcher, Aaron Young. As he flares one out, that'll be an infield fly. And coming in is Johnson, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and I couldn't even imagine, should we go to that Wednesday game, I couldn't even imagine whoever wins this game, should they force an if game on Wednesday, I couldn't even imagine what their pitching staff is going to look like.
Oh, my God.
They might actually be able to get
those pitchers
I'm not
back
sure.
from the weekend games.
From the weekend, but it would only be Saturday. I don't think they could get the pitcher back from the Sunday game.
Kevin,
but,
if this Ellington team wins, Kevin Smith is definitely done. If Tri-County were to come back, Logan Holcomb is definitely done.
Yeah.
And both pitchers, Holcomb has not pitched the greatest, but he is not done terrible.
He's gotten the job done.
He's staying in the game right now. Just needs some offense from Tri-County.
Yeah, he has not gotten any offensive support.
As Logan Terry is in a 2-0 count.
This has been the highest scoring game we've seen so far. And that tells you 5 runs is the most we've seen combined in this tournament.
7
very,
hits.
very low scoring kind of deal, whereas in Meriden, 13 in just one game. The amount of runs they've scored in Meriden are probably around the same amount that we've scored in total in this entire tournament.
10 hits total in this game today. And swung on and missed. Out in front is Logan Terry as the bullpen, pitchers warming up in the bullpen for Ellington are walking back to the dugout, so we will probably see a closer in next inning for Ellington.
Yep, but you got to keep him under 30. That is the main goal here. If he goes over 30, he can't pitch tomorrow.
And
that
on
is
Muzzy Street. Maybe hitting
well onto Muzzy Street. That actually hit the front door of a house. We'll see, and it rolls into the street.
And that
they don't have a ball retriever in this game. They did over the weekend. They had guys that were out there retrieving balls as they were fouled off, but not today.
Muzzy Street right now being Souvenir City, if anyone was out there.
Always is. You come here during a Blues game and you get all the baseballs you would ever need.
And Terry goes down looking, does not like the call, given a few looks back to the home plate umpire, a few words being exchanged, and nothing, should be argued with right now from this Ellington ball club in this 4-1
Yeah,
ball
exactly.
game. Just get back to the
Especially,
dugout.
you never want to argue with the umpires, especially not now. I mean, you're 4-1. There's no reason to argue any kind of calls.
Tri-County's a different story. As we head back to Muzzy Street, that baseball will land.
That's into a yard.
So that brings up Ryan Decker as he hit the foul ball there with the 0-1 count. And this could be the last time we see Tri-County in the field in this tournament.
In the season, too, they're done.
Yeah, they are done.
Loser of this game is going to go play golf and prep for fall ball. Of course, with the Connecticut American Legion state commissioner here, I'm not legally allowed to say anything other than go prep for fall ball. Fall ball starting up in a couple of weeks.
It is.
Usually beginning of September, around then. He's telling us, go play something else. Baseball is for the
Flared
summer.
out to shallow right field, going back on it is.
Oh,
my
my
God,
goodness.
he dropped the ball, and Decker will head over to second base and will slide in safely. So that's what Tri-County does not need. Brennan McCone misses the ball, going back on it. Another iffy, tough play, but that's more of a routine play, and Tri-County making yet again another error. That's really what they don't need, especially in a 4-1 ball game.
You know what? That has just kind of been the theme of this game. Tri-County has been so close. They played very well offensively, even though they've only gotten 3 hits.
Did
and
they use intentional walk, Muzzy?
Okay, so it was, yeah.
Intentional walk, Muzzy, and they're going to bring up the top of the order, which is Chase Kidda.
Yeah, this is not
sure.
Yeah, this is going to be a bad spot for him to pitch in.
I'm not sure what they were, doing there, taking the nine hitter and putting him on to bring up the top of the order.
I'm not entirely sure either, to be honest.
He has
not exactly sure.
He had a nice hit before.
Maybe they saw something. Yeah, I mean.
As Kidd,
oh, there it is.
That one is going back to left field, back. And making the catch on the warning track is Dylan Warruck.
He may have just saved their season.
Kidd struck that. Then Warruck made a great catch at the warning track. So 4-1 Ellington will be right back here on Sporting.
Well, we're actually going to stay here as we'll prep for this last inning. I'm going to tell you right there, that was, if he hadn't made that catch and the ball gets over his head and 1 or 2 runs score,
it's over.
The game is over. They can very well come back and score 3 runs. There is no reason they can't do that right now. Their whole slogan's been, why not us?
Why not us, exactly. And we talked to the coach about that before the game, and he was saying that, this year they've been able to compete with those top dogs that they have not been able to compete with in the years past. They started out their season 10-2, and that 10-2 start, their whole season, everything they have worked up to could end right now. So those 3 outs, it comes down to right here, and this is a moment for Tri-County where they really have to come together and they have to put up some runs in that scoreboard and being down 4-1.
Looks like we're going to see a new pitcher, and he is your closer. I'll try and...
Oh, no, it's Smith.
Yes, it is.
So Kevin Smith is actually staying in the ball game. So I actually like this move. You keep Kevin Smith in to finish out the game. Don't have to use any other pitchers. So maybe...
Okay, so Smith has got 20 pitches. He has got
gonna
room
finish
to
out this
grow,
inning.
but they definitely wanted the goal was to have somebody warm just in case.
Yeah. But
in case he runs into trouble, too.
I do like the move, bringing him out here and not having to use another pitcher. That's pitching's the big deal with this tournament, and having to have Kevin Smith go a full 7 innings would be big for this Ellington ball club.
You're going to use him in this game. Why not use him the whole time as the strategy by Heath Kidd? If I have to use him in this game, I might as well get the most out of him that I possibly can. Because he's not coming back for the rest of the tournament. So assuming that Ellington loses one of the next 2 games, they're not going to see him again this season. So they might as well give him a chance.
And I think we have a pinch hitter up to bat right now for Tri-County. As it's a 1-1 count, Kevin Smith will deal. Foul ball hitting the umpire in the ankle. So 1-2 count. And Kevin Smith shaking his leg out there.
I'm trying to look and see if RCP made the journey down here to watch these games. I don't think so. It's a pretty long ride for them.
It is.
But we'll go with that they're watching right now. If anybody's watching from RCP, let us know in the chat. We'll give you a shout out. Obviously, we can't play favorites, but best of luck to RCP against whoever they play tomorrow, and best of luck to whoever wins this game. Hopefully, we see a good game tomorrow.
And drop third strike. And could he get on?
They're going to get him.
And Young will not get the throw over there. He will be safe. So Tri-County gets a break right there. Drop third strike. And it's a huge backstop here at Muzzy Field. So not a surprise that they get down to first base for a runner. And the umpire's suggesting something.
They're saying, calm it down. The third base coach and manager,
What third second?
Len Lampignoli.
They were checking the strike there. So.
Okay. Len Lampignoli saying, it's okay. Calm down. Not the end of the world. Great job, but calm down.
So top of the order, it'll be Savonin up to bat as the ball heads again to Muzzy Street. Savonin was the guy that made what Aiden said, the second best play that he has seen in this tournament.
Yeah, I still think that diving play that we saw yesterday out in left field was the most incredible play, but I do think that was the second. And we'll see Savonin, Warwick, and Wood with another Warwick waiting after that. Should they, and he'll come up should they rally.
So Brennan McCone pinch hit, and he's on first base right now with Savonin up to bat, as that's a ball low. So 2-1 count, and it feels like the atmosphere right now, Tri-County, chattering up a bit. And
sure.
This seems like an inning, where they can put that damage together. No outs right now.
You could see that over at first base, McMahon was licking his or whoever pinch hit for him was licking his chops. At
and
that
that's
ball.
a liner to right
no,
field.
That's caught.
And that's caught. Oh, and that's going to be a double play. But
no,
it's over
not.
the head. Run!
Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So what just happened there, it was a fly ball that was caught. It was on a line, and over at first, McMahon thought it was going out. McMahon thought it was getting down. He ended up nearly getting doubled up, but they butchered the throw, and it was a little errant. So the runner will still stay on first base.
And McCone over there at first base, you heard me yell. He's running back, and he's really just jogging back.
You're yelling at him to run.
Walking back to first base, and that double play right there literally pretty much would have ended the game, having two outs trying to put a rally together.
Yeah.
So, thankfully getting back to first base to only have that one out as
that ball gets first of all, that ball gets by him, and and I would have said if that ball had gotten by him, I would have said, you know what, they have a real shot at winning this thing.
Because
that ball the tying run would have been at the plate, the potential winning run would have been on deck. Remember, even if Ellington should give this up
and swung on and missed, there's
no drop third strike. Yeah,
there's a first base was occupied, so drop third strike not on. So Tri-County is now down to their final out of the season, and the final out could be in the hands of Brendan Wood.
You know what? Just enjoy it.
So Aaron Young will head to the mound to talk to Kevin Smith as he is trying to finish his complete game here at Muzzy Field. On first base is McCone.
That's a gutsy performance for him. He's come in.
It is.
The box score on so far for Tri-County, a run on 3 hits and 2 errors. For Ellington, 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. So Smith has come in and he's thrown near perfect baseball. 3 hits is all he's given up. He's given up just 1 run. And a lot of the base runners have come from errors and walks.
It has. It was that one big inning as it's fouled back where, there could have been runs scored.
Yep, they had the bases loaded with 2 outs.
That was, that's the game changer. That could have been the game changer for this Tri-County team if they did score at least a run that inning. Would have been a momentum changer. So it's an 0-2 count, 2 outs. This is the final strike for Tri-County, and it's swung on and missed. So Ellington is moving on as Tri-County will lose this game, and frustration and emotion is being shown, but Ellington will be moving on to play RCP tomorrow.
You know what? It's going to be one heck of a final matchup.
Excited for that one, and it will be here on Sporting News CT.
If Ellington can come back and win, and if anybody's going to come out of the losers bracket like Ellington has and win that game like Ellington and win these next 2 games like Ellington has, it has to be Ellington. I don't think any other team in this tournament, not West Hartford, not Tri-County, not anybody else in this tournament, not anybody else possibly in the state, could come back and do what Ellington is going to try to do tomorrow.
And Ellington is that 1 seed coming into this, so they get a big win here. They had the problems with, the rain delays and everything, so they get their job done today. Tri-County will get ready for fall baseball, but Ellington will be moving on tomorrow. And that is it for me, Karen Manna, and Aiden Blank here at Muzzy Field on Sporting News CT. We thank you for all of you guys tuning in, and if you do see the on-demand version, thank you for also tuning in. Ellington is moving on in a 4-1 win. We'll see you tomorrow.
We will. 6:30 is the game time as of right now. I believe the only game time change is Wednesday, and I do know that we will have an extended we tried to get you an extended pregame today, but we just couldn't piece it together. We'll be here a little bit earlier tomorrow, getting things going and getting ready to go. But it's been a pleasure to be on the call tonight, Cam. You did a great job in your SportingNewsCT.com debut.
Thank you. And it was fun being in the booth, and we'll also on the pregame show tomorrow try to get you some coaching interviews.
Yeah, we'll get you the coaches. We'll get you the manager show. It's going to be fun, and obviously, you're stepping in a little bit of a tough situation for Steve, but you know what? Our wishes are with Steve. Hopefully, he's watching right now.
Yep.
But our prayers are with Steve and his family, and hopefully, Steve, you'll be able to come back soon. And we definitely miss you here in Bristol. So once again, your final Ellington 4, Tri-County 1. Join us for our next SportingNewsCT.com broadcast. We'll have 2 tomorrow. 1 Northern Region Championship and 1 Southern Region Championship. 6:30, we're right here with a 6:15 pregame show. We will get you going then and get you the lineups and, of course, the first pitch between Ellington and RCP. But for everybody here in Bristol, for our entire crew that has been so gracious, they got us pizza tonight. Our entire crew up in the press box that is helped us out so much, and of course Cameron Manna and our executive producer Don Boyle. I'm Aiden Blank. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for more American Legion baseball. Ellington and RCP for the big one to go to the New England Regional Tournament. We'll see you then, everybody.